All right. And a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. March the 27th, as we just kill the noise here. 2026, what's going on out there one time, family? How we doing? We hope that y'all are having a powerful man. Can't talk this evening. We're going to keep it short and sweet. A powerful, impactful start to your weekend, right? Welcome to the Weekend Family One Time, a Different View podcast in the building. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to keep it nice, sweet, light, and airy this evening. Nothing too heavy, maybe a little heavy, maybe. Depends. Some people will consider certain things heavy, some won't. Rant and Ramble, family. That's what we're gonna call the name of this. Tonight's topic, right? Simple and plain. Rant and Ramble. Again, we dipped the toes in the water just a little bit with the idea of assess and discern. Last time we were speaking, just talking about catching up on some things in life and all that kind of thing, since your boy has been away from the Spotify family for a little bit, out there in the world doing his thing, learning and growing and understanding this world as is, family. This is the call of humanity, for us to learn and grow and understand this world as is. When it comes to this life, we want to reiterate, okay, for those who may be new to the podcast, again, welcoming us a different view family who love after, who defend, who believe in, who hunger and thirst, search and seek to find that which is a different view. Family, welcome in. Again, family, all that we want to know, all that we generate to, is things that promote to life and godliness. Anytime, family, and I must be very, very clear on what we're saying here. Anytime you see anything going the opposite way of that, this is not the time to argue. This is not the time to fight. This is not the time to kill folks. This is not the time to beat up people. This is the time to simply defend yourself. Again, if people mean to do you harm, nobody's saying to just let folks walk on you. But this is the time to just understand a thing, know it, and then react accordingly. Deal with the scenario in certain ways as it presents itself. So, family, when it comes to this, we're just going to start off real quick. Right? Again, we said it's going to be around the words rant and ramble. And the misnomer that we use these words under, family, because they're wrong. They're wrong. In reality, people are trying to talk to you, and what we do is put it in that category, which is wrong, right? Because we some people who have been listen. This is just what it is for you, me, anybody. We all suffer from some of this stuff on some level, and others, some less than others, some more than others, right? Where we put certain things in categories we should not. Okay. 10 areas of people activity. Again, the 10th one added on by Dr. Cress Welsing, our ancestor, our sister. May she ever rest in peace, as well as our brother, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr., who gave us truth and understanding. Family, we don't have to go across the pond to whatever they told us in Europe. We have people, while we accept and invite and, assimilate different beliefs that have been taught by European people and stuff. When it comes inside the black community, family, too much massa plays in an imagery where you need him. We or her, right? Primarily him. This thing was made for him. The idea, family, is for us. Whether you believe that or not is your business, family. At the end of the day, we got people in our own camp that have shown us the way. We got inventors in our own camp that have shown us the way. We have scientists in our own camp. We have doctors. We have lawyers. Of course, you have your entertainers. We have people in our own history. It's time to just go find out these things, right? And grow ever more in that power. Economics. These are all areas that massa runs. Education, entertainment, labor, law. It doesn't matter how many Hispanic folks, black folks, Asian people, and no matter how many you see in that space, on the commercials, on the TV, family, imagery is by which this man rules with. You can go back into the vaudeville days. and the minstrel shows as one of the most popular ways back then in the 20s, the late 1800s, all this kind of stuff. This is how the man put his imagery out. The bully coon, right? That's something that their imagery put out. This weird mammy type stuff. You know, when you force black women to be wet nurses for white women who could not produce breast milk, family, we have to be honest about things. Speaking of which, we just said, number 4 is labor. You're going to be forced to do stuff you do not want to do, family. Many of y'all that are listening to this podcast may be on your lunch break. You may be on, after your dinner. Okay, after you got home from work somewhere early in the morning while you're exercising, whatever it is. You may be around your friends listening to this episode, family. Listen, at the end of the day, they own the thing, you don't, right? They call the shots, which isn't fair because you're in and around people. But again, life is not fair around massa. Please say it again, KJ, you got it. Life is not fair around massa. Life is fair. Some calamity. We have talked about this before on the podcast. Sometimes this is a hard thing to grasp in people's minds. Listen, there's horrible, hellish calamities that happen all over the planet. In some places it is, in some places it isn't, family. That's the fairness, okay? We kind of get mad at the design of the game instead of learning how to play it. And that part is damaging for us all, me included. Number 5, law. Politics, aka talking about things city and state. That's all too politic. That's all what that phrase means. They own that. Government? The reason people are ticked off about the TSA layoffs right now is because massa own government. That's not the TSA worker laying themselves off, is it? We do not laugh at the plight of our brothers and sisters that work in the field of transporting us all but in the air. Okay, but what we telling you, family, is that as long as they are over this is what you're going to see. It does not matter, Democratic or Republican. You can go and look. It might not be TSA, but there's been massive layoffs no matter which one it is. Please let that go. This is midterm season, no different than presidential season. And what we going to do later on in November, don't play the Democratic Republican game if it's to screw you. Whichever one of them is going to do right by us, family, that's who we put in. Or we let them figure it out and then we vote them out on the back end. Family, we have a responsibility as citizens, okay? And we got to use it together. We getting caught up on which one's homosexual, which one's transgender. We keep doing and playing in that space. We play into their divide and conquer game. That's how it works. Religion, number 7. Again, we say belief over here because religion is dealing with an organization. Whenever you look at the definition of these words, family, religion is always around the organization. Okay. Number 9, war. Number 8, sex, gender, family. When you watch the TV show Bridgerton, we letting you know right now, Massa has passed down his improper view of sex. I said improper view of sex. Nobody's talking about leaning up against or on this idea of the non-sensuality of the woman and of the man, family. You can't hide that now, okay? The law of attraction is at work. We're going to have to get okay with handling how we are attracted to each other responsibly. I'm sorry, family, right? This is not supposed to be, we're just going to be playing this evening, knocking down men and women who are engaged, who are betrothed, who are married. We may want to stay away from that. We're just saying what it is. We know we see it happens. We get it. We're just saying the results that whatever family that you're messing around in, somebody might really love each other. I know there's some of these relationships nobody gives a damn, but some of them do, okay? And this is the space by which we're causing more disruption in the neighborhood, not helping it. Right? And then that answers itself anyway, as far as the answers go from whatever answers people will give when they hear this information. Sex is number 8. Number 9 is war, battle. The reason you see what's going on in Iran, this includes, we're going to play you a clip right now from a Jewish rabbi talking about slavery, okay? We're talking about what's in the book, what's in the script. So you better be careful when you're dealing with certain people because some folks know not Joseph, family. This is not anti-Semitic. This is just the truth. And they're going to treat you improperly as a result of what they see and what they believe in the book, in the scripture. Okay. Battle is one of these things. Again, war, we know by our Proto-Germanic brothers and sisters, by definition, etymology, it means confusion. And the man rules through confusion. Got a man confused on what is masculine and what isn't. Got a woman confused on what is masculine and what isn't. Whatever this weird mess was in this season of Bridgerton, where the Mama Featherington over here, right? We're just gonna use certain terms like we're using the village. Not lady, we're gonna say Mama Featherington over here, sitting there talking to the daughters. Hey, how much sex you had lately? You had everything was passing down through kids. Family, believe this. In this slave class, the children are there. We ain't playing no conjecture. We ain't playing no conspiracy. Them kids is there. They are there to be passed down for the pleasure of the elderly, not for the purpose of the youth. Say it again. Kids are birthed, unfortunately, for the pleasures of the elderly and not for the purpose of the youth. Because after the older are dead and gone, they got to live with this mess. The boomers scenario, right? We talk about each one of the generations. Let me see if I can pull it up here just real quick. Again, we ain't trying to take too much time because your boy can get going. Let me see if we can just do generations real quick. Hang on one sec. Well, that was the wrong one, right? Because I didn't have it queued up. Let's use this one. That's better. Okay, so the GI generation, right? This is the greatest generation, as it's called. That's 1901 to 1927. Lord knows all of the mess. Now, we talked about the 1920s, right, with Walter Pleckard and the Racial Integrity Act, trying to make sure that the blacks and the whites and everybody is not mixing. Primarily whites, because we're trying to keep this thing all white. Everybody all white, right? You know, kind of like let me see if I can pull it up real quick. And you know this is a damn shame too, man, because you know ain't just one people group down here. How disrespectful of us to be in a space where you would deny other people groups. Don't you know that ain't right? Yeah, I got it right here. Here we go about this whole idea of, you know, white only white, right?
Content creator and comedian Drewski made a video recently titled "How Conservative Women Act in America." And conservatives are not having it. They're not liking it at all. They've been mad and upset for the past 36 hours. And I had 3 specific questions I wanted to ask y'all to put this all into perspective because I'm confused. My first question is anything in this video inaccurate? Yes or no?
So the first section of the clip, shout out Drewski one time. The brother been on it lately, man, ladies and gentlemen. We, you know, whether it's been these preachers, whatever, this brother, he been knocking it out of the park, okay? When it comes to Erica Kirk, sis, this is not a diss on you per se, but we're just talking about the space that's being operated in, okay? It's not cool. It's the same thing we're going to show y'all, Lord willing, with this rabbi thing, okay, that you can find this video on YouTube. I don't care what y'all talking about in the Torah. When you're talking about the God creator of heaven and earth, yeah, slavery, Wait, let me say it again. I don't care which way you look at it, indentured servitude, whatever you need to do in your mind as far as owning people, because we done made a good doctrine of devils based out of this owning people thing. There's a reason the Bible tell you, owe no man nothing but to love him, because this is mess. Whenever you start owning people, like LA Knight say, yeah, no. Or Stone Cold, maybe, because he's taking it from Stone Cold. But I digress. That's for wrestling fans right there. I digress. He is right on here. Okay, we out here. Maybe she ain't doing dancing the 2-step and all this kind of stuff. That part's embellished. But we got sparkles. Come on now. Okay, let's continue.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man.
Now, one thing.
We're just gonna pause right there on this brother video. Shout out to Premier Sterling one time, man. Premium Sterling on TikTok, man. We see you, brother. We recognize, we acknowledge you. We appreciate what you're doing. That's for real, man. At some point, brothers and sisters, we got to be not okay with this, right? You got to be not okay with your government spending excess tax dollars in seafood and all types of weird stuff like that. Okay, you can put that money back into communities that need it instead of somebody burping away crab legs and whatnot. Anyway. When you sit there at a college, whatever that was, high school, college, I don't care, and you address them as the only ones that matter of not being put down are young white men? I'm sorry, who's the leaders of the abuse back in the antebellum South? You thought that was just old white men? Again, we have been on record and saying this in a certain way that your boy heard it a certain way when you're talking about the military, is that it's just a place where old white men tell young white men where to shoot. And the other people groups in reality just hop on for the medical benefits, the financial benefits, whatever it is that the government will give them, because it ain't like they giving it to them any other way. So you might as well hop on in this blood fest, where normally the foreign policy is to blow up. Family, just be honest, okay? The dark brown and tan skin tone areas of the planet. That's what this Iran war is about. We gonna tap the pockets for the oil one more time. You know, we've already been there in Iraq. We know we need more. We keep spending too much and not saving enough and not doing. We talk that thing about trying to not outsource jobs in the US, but at reality, you still okay having free labor from our Mexican brothers and sisters, then calling ICE on them. These are articles you can look online, then calling ICE on them to come take them. We put one on here on the Facebook page. Again, certain places where you can find the podcast. We just want to put this out here, right? YouTube at a different view 80, that's the channel, right? Spotify, Pandora, and Apple Podcasts, a different view. The artist name is KJ when you're looking it up, because there's a few podcasts I believe that have a different view. We'll look to see if we're going to change the name. We'll see, just to help people find the podcast. KJ's Clock, right? So on TikTok, your boy is on TikTok at KJ's Clock. We've seen the uptick to that. Again, thank y'all for your support. Again, brothers and sisters, labor is part of these things here. The 10th one was, let me just finish that off real quick. Yeah, the 10th one was health. War was number 9. 10 is health. Family at the end of the day, all these things are control. And when we talk about certain things as far as labor, the people drive this thing. Don't you let them sit here and rob your worth. Constantly giving you this, what the boss doing without the boss, the land, this that the maker has made. Okay, that people want to play in a manipulative space. Something provided down here for us to share and use, not monopolize. And as soon as you shout out to our Rastafarian brothers and sisters with that. Because our Christian brothers and sisters playing in this space like I'm saved and washed in the blood of Jesus to some Christian Dior's and some Louis Vuittons, some Christian Louis Vuittons, and we ain't on that. Okay. This is wrong behavior, family. Again, we can all choose whatever space we need to choose. But this is where it goes sideways, right? Again, we can get into the TV show Bridgerton maybe down the road. We'll do it a little bit more. Again, I find it very weird. Like we as parents, we got to not get in this weird space. Again, Mother's Day, Father's Day is coming. We've done relationship stuff. We're going to continue to do it. We have to understand, because again, repetition is necessary for learning. They mass this image through entertainment about how a relationship should be, family, is quite deadly. Okay? It's always fighting. It's some Adam and Eve type of fighting mess. That don't work. We're on a team. It's time for each one of us, particularly the men. Why? Because the men are doing the harm, not from no leadership perspective. We are the ones in the families doing this harm. We are not saying that women don't. Please let that defense go. But we talking about I ain't got to look for no other wrongs when I'm the one doing the wrong. See what I'm saying? When it's let us own it. Let us do what's necessary to fix it. And especially because we're a family unit, let us help fix each other's wrongs that we've done together. Because this poop slinging back and forth ain't working, y'all. It's just all it is more broken homes. Again, division, destruction, death. Right? So we could get into Bridgerton. It's a powerful show, and it's showing what's being passed down to the kids, man. A lot of this stuff is not innate in you. Well, while there are some some hateful tendencies and things that do come out in all peoples. A lot of this mess is passed down. Status, whether you got to marry in the family to do it, is status. Whether you got a cutthroat family to do it, is this with the status, this money. You can't take none of that with you. Especially for Christians, like these are things supposed to be far away from these different belief groups. The Jew, right? Our Muslim brothers and sisters, like the responsibility, the beliefs, the beliefs in the planet that deal with like not this non-ownership. We're supposed to be the ones where this thing, you know what I'm saying? Where it's pristine, it's crisp. Then we having no priest with these fancy robes and jewels on coming from the maker making them. And now we gonna use that as a belief now, and you ain't gonna hook up the congregant with the same thing the pastor wearing. So if the pastor got on the Louis Vuittons, so should the congregant, family. Or did we forget the passages in Acts that saying no one lack? Not that Paul and Peter and them had more, but see, when you're getting, family, just see again, this is just the knowledge of the thing you understand. These folks of Drewski making fun of and all this kind of stuff live in a manipulative space, okay? That's no different than Massa. You just got to be okay saying it, right? The Sanhedrin will always have a problem with Jesus and John the Baptist. You understand? This is the nature of things, okay? Let us get into this video here. Let y'all hear this, and then we're going to go about our business again. This is Rabbi Yitzhak Breitowitz, and if I'm saying your name, brother, I apologize. We do not do that to be jokeful or anything like that. We're just saying what it is. OHR, so Or Samyak, SOMAYACH. This is where we get this video from here on YouTube. Okay, it's a question and answer about just different things that deal with Jewish belief. Looks like Shidduchim, and if I'm pronouncing some of these Jewish words wrong, my apologies, and phrases, right? Slavery and politicians. So again, Rabbi YITZCHAK, and then Breitowitz. So BREITOWITZ. It's been a while since I put a link for video in my episodes because most of the things have been just straightforward. We will put the link in this one in the description bar here so that y'all can see it, so that you can re-reference where we're getting this from, okay? Because some of the spelling might be a little weird. But again, this rabbi here explaining what's going on and why we must be aware. Then we're going to end with the definitions of these words, okay? Rant and ramble. And then we're going to go on about our business. All right? So let's listen in.
Yeah.
So I want to know, how do we reconcile, like, I guess, how slavery seems very obscure to most of us?
Yeah. So this is a perennial issue that people grapple with all the time. All of us live with a sensibility.
To give just a little bit of a backdrop, again, they're asking this rabbi questions, little Q&A, just like we said, and they're asking him about Torah that talks about slavery in the Torah. Okay, so this is going to be his response here. Right, wrong, indifferent, family. Again, this may be a little tough for some people, but you got to understand what you're dealing with. Like we have said, do not throw out the baby with the bathwater. For some of us who are Christians, Jewish, certain things you're going to hear, maybe you haven't heard this, maybe some people have heard this. Again, you got to put this up against that which is life and godliness that you see in the earth, and this other part of it. You got to be a good judge to it. Okay, assess. We got to perceive. We got to recognize the play of the game here. Okay, so let's continue.
That we absorbed as children, that slavery is something that is immoral. Slavery is something that is degrading. It's destructive of morality and ethics. Right, the Civil War was fought. The U.S. Civil War was fought over slavery and whatever it will be. And yet we look at the Torah, and the Torah legitimates slavery. Now, you're correctly noting that Eved Ivri is actually not really slavery. Eved Ivri, if you look at the laws that pertain to an Eved Ivri, essentially it's what would be called a way of a poor person kind of hiring himself out and be given his support. And even if it's a punishment for theft, if you steal and you don't have what to pay, but still the slavery, so to speak, is very, very benign.
brothers and sisters, we want to make we just want to put a disclaimer here on this podcast when it comes to this Jewish belief about how they deal with slavery, right? Now let me see if your boy got it. When we were talking about the generations, the silent generation, the 1920s, we had gotten off on that. Again, the 1920s with Walter Pleckert. Again, this is what's coming from there. The silent generation is the one after that. Normally about 20 to 50 years is where you see a generation change. So everybody that you know, 20, 50, this is where certain breakdowns occur. Okay, or we'll at least say it this way according to Massey, right? How they've broken down generations. Some will believe after 50 years, some 20, so on and so forth. Okay, the silent generation, 1928 to 1945. This is post WW2. Again, another pseudo war that didn't have to happen, but I digress. After, in and around that time period, after them, the baby boomer. This is the 40s through 64. Lord only knows. You all you got to do is just go through history and look through the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. Right. This is the beginning of again. You see the rise of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Right. You're seeing certain people pick up along the way. In the 30s, you have the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is starting with the Nation of Islam and such. This is stuff on the books. Right. So people groups here that aren't down with the mess are all popping up within these time frames. OK. Again, post-war and the baby boomer deal, which is why they call it the baby boom thing. Birth rate grew. It grew. OK. And again, social change, questioning authority. This is where you get a little bit of the sexual revolution, because again, a man got to tell a woman how to dress, but that's not the case. You aren't told how to dress, bro. Neither should the woman. Let's get out of that space, right? Since this last we checked, this is still Women's History Month, right? Shout out the ladies one time. We got to leave it alone where it comes to this space of this who's what, not who, and family. Listen, if you're allowed to do, she's allowed to do. You're gonna have to deal, brothers, right? Or not, right? And we can still stay in this fighting back and forth space. Generation X, or as in WWE, what they were supposed to do before Kevin Nash had a problem calling Javon Evans Bojangles, excuse me. Right, and whatever Triple H's manipulative butt be doing, and whatever Shawn Michaels yes man butt be doing, family, you just got to call it what it is. So maybe they were a little less Generation X than what they are, but I digress. Right, there's just a couple wrestlers trying to make it through the game. We get it. At the end of the day, family, that's 65 to 80. Right, your boy was born in 1980, just to put reference to things. Again, I am not down with a lot of the mess that's coming from Massa and the gang. The 70s, the 80s, family, this is Generation X. Okay. You get to millennials, Generation Y, Gen Y, however people need to say it, 81 to 96. Okay. Your boy was born 1980. We grew up in the millennial. I kind of identify with both. All right. And again, for your boomers making fun of stuff, just remember now, they had y'all working long hours, right? Because then you get into Labor Day and all this kind of stuff in and around these time periods, family. We're just saying what it is. Silent generation, the greatest, all of these different reforms that's going on. We got to be careful for how far we go down the road with this. Okay? You're seeing more of an electronic age. The internet is coming out, or the World Wide Web, however it used to be said. This is what it is, okay? Generation Z. Now with the Zoomers, Generation Z, it's 97 to 2012. Okay? Lord knows, a wrestling fan, we can talk about how blasé wrestling got right around 2010 and then 2012, and then we had to bring back Brock Lesnar, and he's got to beat up John Cena, and everybody's Kurt what's his name, Luke Gallows and Anderson. They got everyone. It's fun to beat up John Cena. AJ Styles comes in a little bit later because again now that's 2012, right? So now Generation Alpha, right? Or I don't know how we want to say this, 2013 to the mid 2020s. So again, right about 2016, AJ Styles comes on the scene. It's fun to beat up Cena, all this kind of stuff. So again, right, that's Generation Alpha, and then Beta here, which looks like from everybody born 2025 up through 2039. That's the upcoming generation. But again, family, each one of these things is passed down, and a lot of that mess in the beginning If you didn't detach from it, in society is a thing. So you get to keep being part of society. This is the mess. Okay, come on. We're off that, right? I've been talking long enough. Let me get back in this video.
And a master, right? What is the Gemara's lesson? If you acquire an Eved Ivri, you've acquired a master. If you only have one pillow, the Eved gets the pillow. The Eved gets the best food. So, in spite of the use of the term Eved, we would not call that slavery in any sense. But Eved Kanani, on the other hand, non-Jewish servitude, certainly does contain the aspects of slavery. The slave is inherited, passed down. The slave is not supposed to be freed in any way. The slave cannot be tortured. That much we do have. So it is better than slavery of the blacks in the South. But
again, family, they ain't no better. Okay, when in your eyes you got to do that, be very careful. This is the bedrock by which, the working conditions were really bad back in the 1800s, but they're kind of okay in 2025 today. So you should be all right with not getting enough money from businesses who there's at least 2 on the books last year that pulled $4 billion in profits last year, family. To most of everybody working in these companies, making about, maybe 25 cents more in a yearly raise. Do you think that makes sense? Family, we're just saying what it is now. There's multiple of these companies all over the books making profit. You don't. And we explain it away. No different in this. Family, you gotta be careful being in that space. This is the same thing we do at the household. Listen, if uncle whoever, papa whoever, or mama whoever, and auntie whoever is sexually abusing someone, we gotta call it for what it is. This isn't it, again, this word doubt, family. Dealing in a space where we do not convict. No. Give them the conviction they do. They did the work for it. Give them their due, family. This is not to be mean or hateful. We're just saying stop making excuses for mass. They don't need them. Don't make excuses for those who are doing wrong in our lives, family. They don't need them. Right? All right, let's continue.
Nevertheless, the slave can be forced to do whatever work you want him to do. So the question is, how do we understand the morality of slavery? Why would the Torah permit such an institution? So
this is real simple, going back into the Torah, into the 10 Commandments. If do not commit murder is one of them, don't you think do not commit slavery is one of them? You are assassinating the character of that individual, man or woman, when you enslave them, family. It don't matter if you torture them or not. Debts can be paid for and accomplished without you owning someone that they can't leave, family, where they must be sold to someone else. For time's sake, we gonna stop the video right there because this brother goes on and on. Where are we at? 33 minutes? Yeah, let me let's get into these 2 definitions, right? And then we're gonna go on about our day. Or night, I should say. The word rant, from Oxford's dictionary, to speak or shout at length in a wild, impassioned manner. Now, you hang with your brother for a second, because again, we're going to talk about how the man go on, how he talk, what he does with his language. A spell of ranting or a tirade. Excuse me. So a tirade. A long, angry speech of criticism or accusation. So many people could say a lot of the teaching, sermons, lessons, however you want to say it, that you hear on your boy's podcast are tirades. Okay. Again, this is all around the word. This is a noun when you say rant, like his rants against organized religion. Okay. And let's just continue for a second here. Again, we're gonna get into what this word's etymology is, because that's what we're pulling from when not doing this. Okay. 1600s. This is where you first see this word come out. To be jovial. This is easy etymon research, family. We're not doing anything wild. Okay. You could have an etymology book at the house. That's great. Maybe you get some couple of years before 1600. Again, at the end of the day, this is what it's telling you. be jovial or boisterous, to talk bombastically, not Mr. Bombastic. We're not we're not talking about that, right? So let's look at the word bombastic, okay? An adverb describing speech that is pompous or inflated, okay? Now, pompous, this is dealing with you disconnected from folks. You're higher up above people, which is why we tell you, family, this is not that over here. We're talking about all of the stuff that we go through in this life. Often using unnecessary lofty language to exaggerate importance, okay? Implies a theatrical, over-the-top, pretentious manner designed to impress people, okay? That's bombastic. From the Dutch, ranten, earlier R-A-N-T-E-N, talking foolishly. The word foolish means to trick and deceive, family, right? This is what we looked up when we look up the word fool. To frolic or spring about. Nobody is. This is the German ranten, which we ain't frolicking about when people speaking, family. Right now, the noise or uproar part is normally where people go with this, but that's not the case, family. People are trying to speak, talk to you. So check this out. That was as a verb, as an in. So like you could say this episode was a rant, right? This is what people will say. Bombastic speech, boisterous, empty declamation. This is stuff that just got nothing to it. Fierce or high sounding language. I find that funny. Without much meaning. Family, what we just played you from this brother, right? And my commentary on it. And we're saying, brother, just from the household of faith, as far as Jewish faith is concerned. Brother, we're going to use lightly here. Okay? Because when you are retelling something and not denouncing that, it's wrong. Okay? We're just saying what it is. To each their own. The use for slavery by which Jewish people benefited from was just as wrong as in the antebellum South, family. And it should be said that way. Do not put God's name on it. This is not, again, this is why we say we're talking two different ones here. The one that made life open and free for us to live, and then having a group down here saying you should be enslaved is wrong. Again, this is not against anybody's culture. That's how again, the word slave coming from Slav, which is folks over in Europe, family. That's the Slavic people groups in Europe. Anyway. So fierce or high sounding language without much meaning or dignity of thought. Family, anything that we're looking up here, we done already thought through before we bring it to the family. It's important that we do so. That any of us do that. We doesn't bring empty accusations. When we tell you what happened out in the street happened in the Home First family, we done heard it enough from multiple people groups. What happens out in the street happened in the Home First. You're seeing it throughout history. You're seeing it. So when you see parents just offer up their kids for marriage just so they can have babies, just know that mess came back from somewhere else that's been passed down through time. That's all. Got nothing to do with love got nothing to do with love between y'all two. Give me them babies. That's all I care about. And then people like to walk it back once you call them out on it. It's not right. Right? That's the word rant. Rant ain't got nothing to do with talking foolishly. What we're talking about ain't got nothing to do with talking or anybody else that you hear in this space. Nothing foolish is being said. We're not saying anything to look like pompous or nothing like that. That's not it. Again, all have sin means all have sin. So I can't be higher than anybody, right? But it's time to stop operating in fear and not saying this stuff. Just like Mr. Ricochet, brother, I don't know what to tell you, but, and we understand things are at work. Folks do all these kinds of things. Maybe we want to be picking how we talk to each other. I know we like living in this space where it's not okay, but this is an article y'all can look online. A woman was getting on Ricochet for how he was doing whatever. His acting skills were bad, and what he comes back out with is she shouldn't have, or, we don't find a fault at the fact you have MS, something like that. Again, we some hosts for entertainment now, and there is no line we won't cross. We got to be careful. Okay? There's another way that you get on somebody like that without doing that. You know what I'm saying? Challenge the fan to act better than you in that spot if that's the case. Something, brother. Doing that is no. This isn't an open segment. Again, unless people want to come out and say that this dialogue here online was an open segment for the show, then we can go with that. MS, bro? Now, what we will say on the other side of this is messed up. There's no reason to attack Samantha Irvine. Shout out to you, sis, one time. Again, family, because we have adopted masses bloodlust type way we operated with each other online. That's why we don't get on social media. Social media ain't the problem, it's the people. It would be Ricochet's response to that woman's taunt. That is the issue, which is a whole other thing. Stop letting people get you in that space where we acting fools. And they throw it in your face again. Brother Malcolm X Tenori told us, may he rest in peace, right? That they get brothers to off the brothers just to say that the brothers off themselves. This is me paraphrasing what he said, right? Famous quote from the brother. So why are we obliging them? Every time they bring through the stimuli, that's the only thing we can, whatever meditation, whatever stuff we got to do, family, let's do it together. Let's do it together. Whatever therapy and stuff we got to go through, man, stop poo-pooing that thing and let's do it. Let's do this thing. And learn some things. We learned a horrible way to live on that plantation. Our ancestors learned a horrible way to live on that plantation. Did it get us through? Yeah, it got us through. It's just time to learn something different. All right, let's do Ramble. Let's do Ramble. And again, we just gonna go on about our business here. Let's see if your boy got Ramble pulled up. I might not. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is to walk for pleasure. This is again from Oxford's dictionary. Typically without a definite root, right? To talk or write at length in a confused or inconsequential way, which just gets back to confused. Again, not important, significant. It's that same kind of. There's no meaning, no nothing to it. Family, that's not what's going on with the people talking to you when they talk to you at length. They're not just often, this ain't just going for some wander and stroll. These are the different words that go with this, family. That's not what that is. Do you think people really want to go talking about all this mess? Abuse in the home, abuse with the children. You look at the accusations in these Epstein files, man. What do you think? Again, we're talking historically people who are okay showing force over black folks by throwing black babies in the alligator infested waters. Do you think, which again, Tyler Perry should not be making fun of as a joke in a movie to talk about bonding between black folks? Not that one. You could teach me about that event happening, yeah. Again, family, it's time to let go a lot of this mess and move on to high ground, because all this is going to do is hurt us and help them. And personally, I'm done seeing people hurt. I'm done seeing my people hurting. I'm done seeing what we're seeing. We got to get okay with not being okay with the mess around us that they're saying is quite okay. That's where we're going to stop today, ladies and gentlemen. We thank y'all for walking this road with your boy this evening, right? Little evening stroll. And we thank you for your support again all over the country. We're heard now many places in Central America. We're heard in the East, right? With our Semite brothers and sisters. We're all over the planet, family. Again, death and violence needs to stop. We are hurting each other unnecessarily. This would be between the Mexican and the black man and woman. This would be between Asians and black folks. Any people group, family, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We even include our own white brothers and sisters in this, okay? There's no family. There's no more time. We can do no more than our elders have done before us. So that's what I got for y'all today, family. Thank you for walking this road with me. I love y'all. God bless y'all. And until next time, and as always, look to find the beauty in a different